Hello everybody, it's Will here. It's April 8th, 2021. As you see, I'm back here at the hive. The last time I was here at the hive, it was February 24th, 25th, something like that. And I had discovered that sometime that month my bees had died out. What had happened was we had a pretty good extended cold snap, and the cluster size, there wasn't enough bees to keep the colony warm enough, so they died off because of the extended cold snap. So what I did was I did as I have done in other years, and reserved a nuke of bees. I got the call last night that my bees were here, and I went and picked them up this morning. So I kind of staged everything out, and I'm going to be installing this nuke into my hive box here. I'm kind of changing things up this year. In the other years that I've done this, I kind of started them off in one deep box, and once they kind of built out of that, then I added another deep box with some more frames. But because there's so much honey and stuff left over from my bees last year, I'm going to try to give everything a head start this year and put them in, because they're basically will fill this box up in a week, I would think. So I'll put them in. I'll give them the extra deep here right off the bat, which is pretty full. I did do some rearranging and have some frames in here.
Didn't get that. Could you try again?
Have some frames in here for the queen to lay in up top too, so she can move up and try to encourage her to get the colony size going. It looks like I have some native bees here, or other local bees here checking out the hive in the nuke box. So that'll be interesting. So basically the plan is to kind of give them a jump start. It seems like all the other years I've always kind of missed the flow, the main flow, the spring flow. So this year I'm kind of hoping to get on it. I actually plan on, I'm going to actually super this up probably next week. That way everything's there and ready for them to go. It shouldn't take them long to get established. I wouldn't think, based on what I've seen in the other years. So the bees have been buttoned up in the nuke box since last night. So as soon as I cut that strap and pop this lid, they're going to be anxious, and they're going to boil out of that box probably. They're buzzing in there pretty good. The sun's been, I let the box sit in the sun here for a little bit to kind of warm them up. So the game plan is to go through, pull each frame out of the nuke box, give it a good look over, try to make sure I spot the queen, make sure I'm queen right off the bat, and then place the frames from the nuke box into the hive box in the same order, so that I don't mess with their colony. So without further ado, let's get the strap cut. No going back now, I guess. And gotta get them a little bit of smoke here, and we'll see how fast they boiled out of there. Okay, buttoned up and ready to go. Didn't take them long to boil out. So I'll take a look at the lid, make sure the queen's not on it. And right away I can tell these bees came up from Georgia. So they're kind of rearing to go anyway. I already got drones, which is a good sign. Bees are kind of coming out and checking things out. I remember the first time I did this, because I was still pretty, and I won't say I'm completely over it, but I was a lot more timid about handling bees because I had never done it before. When I first cracked that lid and they boiled out, it gave me a start. I'm gonna kind of clean up some of this wax while I can. Okay. Yeah. Pull the first frame here. And give it a good look over. Got some pollen stores, a little bit of pollen stores in here. I'm looking for the queen. Capped brood, so that's good. That's a pretty good sheet of it too. I'm going to be taking my time here because I really would like to see the queen. I'll be kind of surprised if I see her on this frame though, because it's all capped brood. I do have an entrance reducer on the hive. I moved it to the medium setting because I think there'll be enough population here to provide guard bees. The trees in the area are just starting to, or they've been blooming for probably about a week, maybe a half a week. So should be plenty of pollen. I am going to put a pollen patty on for them just in case. Okay, I don't see the queen on that one. So I'm going to put these on in the same order that put them in the same order I pull them out of the box here. It's the first I've handled bees in since what, October, November. So it's been a little while. Pull this frame up. Okay, we got some larvae, some capped brood. And there's a practice cup. I'm gonna get rid of that here in a minute. We don't need that right now. Again, I'm taking my time looking for the queen. Lots of capped brood on this side. This is good practice too. There's a bunch of pollen here on the side. Since I haven't handled bees in a while, I need to kind of get back into practice of spotting the queen. So if I go quiet here a little bit, it's because I'm kind of really trying to concentrate on finding the queen. Get this side again. See, I'd be kind of surprised if I spot her here too, because we got capped brood and larvae. There's no real place for her to lay. And while I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna take care of this practice cup. Now, I looked inside of it before I had done that, just to make sure that there wasn't royal jelly in it. Kind of funny, I'm seeing little mini waggle dances, which is kind of funny. Okay, I don't think the queen's on this one. Let's put this one in the box. Okay. Pull another frame out. Take a look for the queen on this one. See, I'm working on a cup up here. Take care of that. Lots of pollen on this frame. Some larvae. Okay, and some pretty young larvae there, so she might be nearby. Again, I apologize if I go quiet for a second, because I'm concentrating on trying to spot the queen. Okay, so there's nothing in that cup, so I'm going to take care of that while I can. Don't need that right away. This whole side is pollen. Another little cup on the bottom here I'm going to kind of preemptively get rid of. Pretty mellow bees, I like that. In case you wonder what I'm doing, I'm kind of lightly blowing on the bees to get them to kind of separate. Okay, if she's not on this frame, she must have been here not that long ago, because like I said, there's some pretty young larvae on that side. So we'll put this one in. Okay. 2 frames to go. Hopefully I find her soon. If I don't spot her on a frame, then I'm going to have to really take a hard look at the inside of the box here to make sure that she's not on the side. I'm hoping she's on this frame. If I had to guess, I would say she is. So we'll pull this frame. Cat brooding larva, older larva. It's pollen. I might actually, if I don't spot her, I might actually go through the frames again. Cat brooding pollen and larva. Come on, girl. I'd really like to spot the queen. Take a look at this side. See, I'm wondering where they're bunched up because a lot of times the queen will be buried under a bunch of nurse bees or attendants. Oh, it's an older larva here. Maybe she's on the last frame. I don't know. I'm going to give this side a look again. Should be queen right though. I'm seeing a couple day old larvae in here. Well, didn't spot her there. Okay, last frame. Hopefully she's on it. Otherwise I might be going through them again. Okay. This is a honey frame for sure. and pollen. It has quite a bit of weight to it. Yeah, that side's all honey. There's the queen. Right here. I'm gonna get the camera going. All right, where'd she go? She scooted on me when I wasn't looking. She could have went down in one of those other frames too. I'm gonna look for her again here real quick. If I don't spot her, then oh well. Or if I don't spot her again, then oh well. I know she's here. She might have went down in one of those other frames. I think that's what she did. I think she went down into one of those other frames. So I'm gonna look for her down there. I'd like to get a picture of her if I can. These. So I'm suspecting she's on this one. Maybe not. I might not mess with them too much more. She's a good sized queen. I'm looking at this one. One more time. Maybe she's still on that frame. Oh well. I know she's here. I saw her. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, number one, I'm going to get my phone out of the way. Let's put this box together. Alright, so I moved an empty frame over because I want to make sure I don't smush the queen. I'm going to put this frame in. There we go. So the box is put together. Okay. Now I'm gonna work on. I'm gonna grab my Pallen Patty while I'm thinking about it. Not that I think they need it, but we'll give it to them anyway. If they don't need it or use it, then I'll pull it. I'll pull it off next time I'm here. But there's plenty of natural pollen in the area. I think the bees would rather use it too. And I'd rather them use it. Okay. So pollen patties down. Pretty good size. I like those. They're Mann Lake pollen patties. I've had very good luck with them in the past. And I'll take the remnants. I'm going to leave that on the top box. Maybe that'll draw them up. So now I need to get the rest of these girls down. I think what I'm going to do is actually put this top box on and knock them in here. That way, at least at the beginning, I know I have some bees up top. Whew, that box definitely has food in it. It's heavy. Okay. So that box is on. So now comes the exciting part. Knock the bees off the cover. Get them in the I put some in the air. I'd rather not leave the box if I don't have to. That'll just save me some extra running later. So I don't like to use the brush, but I'm gonna use the brush to get some of the rest of these girls out of here. Bees really do not like the brush. Yeah. Get out. think I got them all. And double check. So you're going to want to come back to the box here because it has the queen scent on it. Queen's pheromones. Okay. We got fanning going on, so that's a good sign. And that's about it. So all I have yet to do is put the lids on and get rid of these old frames. I'm gonna actually pull them back while I can. I'm being tailed by a bunch of bees. Not that they're being aggressive, they're just curious. So pull these back, and then all that leaves me to do then is put the lid on. I'm going to do that in a bit. There's a few more things I want to do before I get to that point. But I think that's where I'm going to leave you guys. I'm planning, I'll come back in a week and check on them, see how they're doing. The other thing I'm going to do once I get the lid on is make sure that it's the hive's level. I don't want it off center this early. I always tend to knock it off later on anyway and have to straighten it up. But all right, folks, I guess I'll see you guys in a week, and I'll put a honey super on, and hopefully we'll be ready to catch a flow. Until next time, have a great day and stay safe.